Hi folks, Heath Norris here, write-in candidate for Kansas Governor 2010. I mustered 7 legit votes, one of which was mine, but it is documented and it's in the record as a write-in candidate. Something's been bugging me all day today, last night, and so I'm going to try to see if we can get a little magic going. I called Topeka today. I actually called them a few weeks ago, but of course when they say they'll call you back, they don't call you back, do they? No, you got to stay on the state. They don't call you back. They don't help you. They don't do nothing for you. You got to keep hounding them. Well, anyway, Kansas 4th Congressional District's got a special election coming up. Mike Pompeo was the representative, and he's going to be the head of the CIA or something there. And hey, good for Mike. He went to West Point, did some military type stuff. Hey, great. Thanks for your service and all that. But I'm a believer in the republic and the execution and the representation thereof. And so, as a we the people, I've felt moved to try to get a grassroots write-in candidate movement going. Clearly, there's a lot of others, about a dozen people have thrown in for this already. And FYI, from February 8th to the 18th is when the conventions are supposed to meet and get their official candidate on the ballot. Now, if you know me or you don't know me, I'm actually an independent. Well, the trouble is as an independent, people don't just come knock down your doors with money and say, here, let's put you in office. Well, see, the trouble with that is now you're beholden to that guy with the money. Okay, and I believe we the people, the write-in candidate line, the write-in is the most republic and representative of anybody on the ballot. Because when I ran for governor, you could bring money and get on the ballot for your respective parties, or come with the signatures. Okay, and as an independent, and I have found a couple of different figures. Somewhere there was like 3%, and allegedly 400 and some odd thousand voters in our district, which doesn't sound right because it's a lot of counties, and we were at 350, 400 thousand in Sedgwick alone. So, and then somewhere in my search here today, 3,000 signatures to actually be on the ballot, where they print your name on the ballot. Well, that ain't going to happen in such a short amount of time, no matter what else. But what can happen in a short amount of time is you say, hey, I'm going to write in Heath Norris. You write my name in, there should be a write-in line on the ballot. That's what Mr. Jameson from the Secretary of State's office told me. So that's what I'm going with. Now, why me? Well, why not? The Bible says first will be last and last will be first. And if you don't believe in the Bible, hey, I don't know what to tell you. Except I hope you would want somebody that's got a thrifty mentality and some common sense up in Washington representing you. Okay? I've told people in my family, I'd look after your stuff better than you do. Why do you say that, Heath? Well, because you leave your stuff laying around, and I at least try to put it in the garage or cover it up. Does that make any sense to any of you? I hope so. But I bring a passion for the truth and common sense and a thrifty approach to whatever's going on. And I think we can all agree that Washington has been trying to slip a lot of stuff by we the people over the years. And so I am asking you to use your head, your brain, and your mind and write in Heath Norris. I'm Heath Norris, Big Hank, Orange Hat Guy. That's me. But all you got to remember is Heath Norris. Heath like the Big Valley, Norris like Chuck Norris. Am I related to Chuck Norris? I don't believe so. I might have a fist in my beard if you're not careful. Don't wake the bear. But overall, I believe in calling a spade. I believe calling things for what they are. and moving ahead appropriately. Okay? So whether you're Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, I'm a big constitutionalist too. But sadly, the Constitutional Party doesn't really seem to be terribly active. But here in Kansas, if you're not a recognized party, you can't get on unless you get the signatures for an independent. But I believe every American should be a true independent. And if enough of us were truly independent, our state and our country would stand on that independence, not a leg of Democrats, not a leg of Republicans, and not a leg of Libertarians or other. We'd all be right in the middle, and the country we'd have like a tree stump supporting our country, not these legs that could be toppled and tripped. But in a real basic sense, I represent you. In the past, I've bounced. That doesn't mean I'm a thug, doesn't mean I beat you up and take your money. But there's a mentality like that, and that's what frequently gets into office, and people don't want to stick it to you. I don't want to stick it to you. I want to represent you. And the Kansas 4th Congressional District is many counties. Barber County, Butler, Comanche, Cowley, Edwards, Elk County, Greenwood, Harper, Harvey, Kingman, Kiowa, Pratt, Sedgwick, Stafford, Sumner County. A lot of south central Kansas and southeastern Kansas folks are affected by this. And I'm simply asking you, send somebody that's going to represent you. I don't believe Pompeo did a bad job at all. But then again, I can't. In the last couple of years, I heard him come back and speak at some. Specifically, it was the Hayesville city. When all the businesses get together. The chamber. There you go. And he was against some the Obamacare, and really, who shouldn't be, in my opinion. But the people that aren't against it all think there's something in it for them. They all thought they was going to get free stuff. Well, it doesn't work that way, guys. Come on. And if your brain is wired that way, that you need to grow up and wake up. And that's the sad part. This country, we squeezed every value out of pennies and dimes when this was a new country, and people were rugged and independent and sovereign, and now, after things were good and we had plenty of money, people think, just spending money willy-nilly. It's like they're on self-welfare. Oh, I want this and I want that. Well, did you go buy any food? Oh, food. Well, Mom will buy that. Bless her heart, my mom hasn't bought me a thing in 10 some odd years, maybe more than that. And that's fine, that's her prerogative. She's out spending my inheritance, I noticed. But that's another thing, we all worked hard to build our family business, but hey, that's a personal thing. But you're fighting personal stuff in your own life. But the thing is all of those same conflicts and hardships are happening at the national, state, and national levels too. That's what people don't understand. It's all the same battle. And the only way to stand up to irrational people is to be firm in your convictions and your beliefs. Okay? And if you got to boil stuff down to real simple terms. A lot of people are out there trying to stick you before you stick them. Well, I'm not out to stick anybody, but I have gotten stabbed in the side and the shoulders a couple times going by. Or as I say, I didn't get completely hit by the bus, but I got tagged by the door. The guy opened the door on the way by. You see what I'm saying? So, I hope, no matter where you stand, you understand we are still a republic, despite the corporate control factor that's going on, and I am not in favor of that. Okay? I am in favor of we the people, the true Constitution, and that's where the power lies. So I'm hoping we can get a little magic going. And if you will write me in, my biggest promise will be loyalty to the constituents of our 4th Congressional District here in South Central Kansas. And I'm going to have a live stream. If you send me over there, I'm going to have a live stream from my office so that if there's a meeting or something going on, you can tune in and just see, hey, is Big Hank working? Sure is. I'll have my number there. You can call me. It's not that big a deal. Ring. Hey, Heath, what are you working on? I'm checking into this House bill that's coming through, whatever. Okay, yeah. You know, I'm not going to not go to votes, and I'm not going to show up. Hey, that's what you're there to do. And I'm going to send back, you know, there's either going to be a big email list, or, you know, we're going to have a weekly radio spot somewhere. Real simple stuff to communicate, hey, here's what's going on in Washington that's affecting Kansas, and specifically the 4th District, because that's what we're talking about. So we have a special election, folks, that's coming up Tuesday, April the 11th. I hope you will register. If you're not, you have to be registered by the 21st of March. There's some other deadlines here, like if you're in the military and overseas, they got you voting by the February 25th, have your stuff in. And I'm like, well, hell, we're just going to barely have the candidates on the ballot. But no matter who or where you are, please write in Heath Norris. Heath, H-E-A-T-H, Norris, N-O-R-R-I-S. And there should be a write-in line on the ballot. We're coming up on 12 minutes, and I hope you will at least spread this video. Because, again, I believe the write-in and the independent is the truest form of our republic. Because money can corrupt everybody else that gets their name printed on the ballot. But you, as a conscious, sentient, brain-wielding individual American Kansan, can take a pen and write down Heath Norris. Send the boy to office. That's me. So I want to bid you farewell and God bless. If you have any questions, email me. My email address is Heath C. Norris, Heath C. Norris, all one word, at Yahoo. You can email me. If you need me to talk to you or come talk to a group, let me know. But we don't have a lot of time, and I believe social media can really be effective in this thing on a grassroots level. So please, you know, I've had a business, should have still been operating. I say that because when somebody else wants to do what you're doing and they got the muscle to take over and run you out of business, that's un-American. You know, competition's good for everybody. You know, but when favoritism and monopolies and the good buddy system come into play, that's sad. Because that means, you know, you couldn't do it on your own. You had to get special help. Okay? And so I think everybody realizes that's not fair. And in this country, I believe we all have a sense of we want things to be fair and true and correct and right. And I believe over the years that things aren't exactly true, fair, and correct and right coming out of Washington. And I think you believe that too. And I'm simply saying, send me there. Because I'm a stickler for what the truth and the heart of the matter is. We're coming up on 14 minutes. Folks, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this if you've made it this far. I say God bless. God bless America. God bless you. Vote your heart and your conscience. And use your head, your heart, your brain, and your mind. And I believe you'll come to a good decision. Heath Norris signing off.